Hello and welcome to this tutorial for the Simply on Budget client tracker. So here I'm going to show you how the spreadsheet is set up. Now this one is already filled in, but just to give you an idea, you're going to have 6 different tabs here at the bottom. As you can see, you have an instructions tab, you have a setup tab, you have the clients, invoices, projects, and status tab. Um, Within the instructions tab, you will find screenshots and very clear instructions on how to fill the spreadsheet. Underneath the setup tab, here are the items that are contained in the other 4 tabs. So for example, all of this, here it says, for example, under the clients tab, all of these are different categories, which are then made available as drop-down menus underneath the clients tab. Then over here, a bit more to the right, we have invoices. So, for example, this is the payment method that is going to become an option as a drop down underneath the invoices tab. Underneath the projects tab, you have the project status, so in progress, completed, or not started. Under the clients tab, you have as a drop down menu option different countries. And underneath the invoices tab, you have some more options as a payment status. You have paid, unpaid less than 30 days, invoice sent, unpaid more than 30 days, unpaid more than 60 days, and unpaid more than 90 days. You can, if you wish to, change or add any of the options that are here, and this will be reflected in the rest of the tabs as they will change and become available as drop-down menus. So without further ado, let's go towards the clients tab. And here is where you're going to enter. Um, I have already filled this in to make it easier to explain. Um, so you have the client's name. You can give a label. So if it so here you have the client's name, and you also have a label. You can give a label to your client if it is a VIP client, a new client, potential client, problematic client, or an inactive client. You also have the industry here. So depending on what kinds of clients you're using this client tracker for, you can change these: technology, healthcare, financial services, media, or retail underneath the setup tab. So over here, if you're welcome to change this, and this will become available under the industry tab here. Now here you also have a job title. Again, all of these menus options, you're welcome to change them over here. You can add, delete, or change them to whatever is suitable for the industry that you're in. You add the phone, the email address, the website, referral source. So you can ask your client, how did they hear about your business? And you can put that here. Again, all of these options are changeable and updatable in the setup tab. Then you can give an address. I've made this to be as flexible as possible, and also in a way so you can track how many clients you have coming from which countries. Then here you have the date contacted, the contact preference, and any notes you may want to add. So here we have very nice client, cat dies and was sad. So next time you talk to that client, you have a little note and you can ask them how they're doing after their cat passed away. Okay, so here you have the client summary. So for example, here in this spreadsheet so far, you have a total of 7 clients, and the client label summary tells you how many of those clients are priority clients. So 3 of your clients are priority clients, which is also 42.9%. One of them is a new client, or that's 14%, potential client, one, but problematic client, and inactive client. So this is your client breakdown summary. Now over here you have a similar type of breakdown, but it is given by industry. So you have 2 of your clients are in the technology sector, one of them is in the healthcare sector, 2 in financial, 1 in media, and 1 in retail. And again, if you were to change the drop down menu options underneath here, so in this case, it's these ones here that will get reflected over here as well. So let's go into a little example. Let's say that we want to add an industry of AI. Okay, so you have somebody working in AI, and we're going to call this client. So Jimmy Jones is a VIP client. He works in AI. Oh, so did you see how this just changed? So now you have AI here, 12.5%, right? So we added another new client, and your charts are getting updated automatically. Over here, you added a VIP client. So that the first VIP client is now shown in the updated client label chart here. Now the job title is IT director, and phone number. Let's add a phone number, AI at newcompany.com. Okay. So I just showed you how when you add a new person, a new client, underneath a new industry, all the other charts are also getting updated. Okay, so where were we up to? Where we left off is right. So you add in the address, you add in the country, the date you contacted them, and also your contact preference and any notes you wish. Now, this chart here gives you a short summary of where your clients are from. And this one here gives you a short summary of the referral source of how your clients heard about you. And that's all there is to the client tab. Now, I need to say that depending on the kind of work you do, possibly you have clients, but I've also given here another type of projects because some people like to track their work based on projects and not clients. If you're tracking your database, if it's client based, and if you're not going to be using the projects, you're welcome to just click here and delete that if you don't need it, but it's here as an option. So now let's go to the invoices tab. So I've already filled this in, but it's really very simple. All of these clients are a drop down option of the clients that you already added. Now, the logic behind that is obviously you can't invoice a person if he's not already your client, right? So you're going to add all your clients first, and then you're going to come here to invoices, and you're going to select the person that you're going to invoice. The reason this is done as a drop down option is because very often you may have a client who comes back and wants to work with you again, or maybe you're working on the same project with a client, but the money that you're charging them, you're breaking the invoice into, maybe it's a 1 invoice, 2 invoices, or 3 invoices if the work is split into parts. You can have part 1, part 2, and part 3 that are all billed to the same client. So then what you're going to write here is the date of the invoice. When is it due? So on your contract, you'll have it's due in 2 weeks or 30 days. So this is a way for you to track that. And here you're going to have the days left. This will get fixed. And you have a description here, quantity. So this will be, for example, this can be your hourly rate, and this is how many hours you're billing them for. Okay, so you have a total. And I have to say, right, so let's untick those two. So for example, let's say that this was, in the status of it was an invoice sent. Okay, and now what is going to happen is after this invoice gets paid, you're going to add here a payment date and a payment method. You can keep a track of that as well. And then you can say, well, it's paid. This is great. Yay, paid. Awesome. We like when invoices get paid, right? Fantastic. Paid with no issues. Yes, client paid, no issues whatsoever. And then let's say second one, well, just change credit card. Sometimes you have to wait before you get paid. So then you're going to, once you check that as paid, what you can do is you can also tick it here. This is just so that you can, it's visually easier to look at a spreadsheet when things are a little bit crossed off than only if they are color coded, at least for me. So you don't have to do that. This does not affect anywhere else in the other tabs of the spreadsheet. It's just over here so that you can see what's being paid and what's not being paid. So here you're just going to see the today's date, and it's a total summary of total what's being paid to you and total what is being owed to you, or invoices that have not been paid yet. Now, this is a quick this chart is just the invoices summary of what is already shown in your log, in your invoices log tab. So here you have 22% or 2 invoices are paid. So you have here you have 33.3% or 3 of all your invoices have been sent to the client. One is unpaid less than 30 days. One is unpaid more than 30 days. One is unpaid more than 60 days, and one is unpaid more than 90 days. So based on what you have here, you can then decide whatever is it that you do with this number. Does it go to collections agency? Do you just write it off? It's up to you how to manage that. And then here you have a total of all the invoices that have been paid, all the invoices that have been unpaid. So let's say, for example, this Jimmy Fernandez. So invoice 5003. So we have sent them the invoice. Now let's watch to see how these numbers are going to change. We've sent the invoice and then he got it paid. So bong, look at that. So now the automatic calculation is done, right? So this got increased, the other one got decreased, and it's reflected in all your charts. So really, really, really useful tool to have. Now let's go towards the projects. So within the projects tab is, the idea is that you can add all of your clients' names over here, and then you usually have you always have a name associated to a given project. So here you're going to write the project name, the client name, the description. You have in progress, completed, or not started, the date that it was started, the end date, the total project cost, amount paid, left to pay, or invoice numbers. So you're first going to fill in the clients tab, and then you can use the invoices tab to track the invoices that have been sent out. You do not have to use the projects tab. So here in the projects tab, so the projects tab is not fully linked to the other tabs. It is only linked to the client name, because whatever project you have, you're still going to have the client name associated with it. Okay. So here you can track if a project is the status of the project, if it's in progress, completed or not started. You can add a start date, end date, a total project cost, and amount paid. So this you can manually enter them in. Only the names of the clients are linked to the clients tab. And here you can see where you can type. You have a little type button with a green circle, and where you should not type is a little icon showing a finger that's been crossed out in red. So here you don't type, this is an automatic calculation. Okay. And here it shows you the total amount paid, the total amount that is left to pay, your project status, and another chart showing the percentage paid. And the last is the status tab, which is a very useful tab to have. Here you can select any one of your clients, and all of the information from the spreadsheet is going to get pulled out. So let's say we select Amanda Smith, and all of the personal information, so all the information that is from your clients tab is going to come right over here in the peach section. All the information from the invoices is going to get pulled over here, and all the information from the projects is going to get pulled over here. Now underneath these three tabs, the clients, the invoices, and the projects, you also have a note section. So you can add notes about a client, you can add a note about the invoice, if you had any issues getting paid or anything about that. And you can also add notes about any one of the projects. All of that information is going to get pulled over here, and it's also color coded to correspond to each one of these tabs. So in the peach color are the notes that are associated with personal information. In the light red are the notes that are associated with the invoice information, and in light blue are the notes that are associated that came from the project tab. Okay, so that should be a really helpful tab to have here as well. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this tutorial has been very useful and informative. Thank you if you have already bought the spreadsheet. Thank you so much. And if you're watching this tutorial in order to help you decide if that's something you need, I hope that it is, and I hope that you're happy with it once you purchase it. And please do feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and if you're happy with it, please leave me a 5-star review on the Etsy shop. It really helps to let other people know that these products meet your expectations. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye bye.